to Bryon Knows Movies. This week we are reviewing Zola. Are you guys ready to go viral?
Hey, last month I went dancing at this cute spot in Florida where my roommate's girl made like 5 G's a night. Because of my friend.
We just met yesterday and you're already trying to take her trips together?
Be ready by 2.
Okay guys, I'm so excited to talk about this movie. This movie was in my top 10 most anticipated movies for the summer. That's right, yes, we have gotten to Zola. Zola's based on the 148 tweet thread that was delivered to us by the 19-year-old Zola back in 2015. It's a story about how Zola got wrapped into this crazy shenanigans of a weekend by somebody she had just met at work. She was working at a diner in Detroit, and a girl, Stephanie, came through. They clicked, they started kicking it that night. They found out both of them stripped, and Stephanie gave a proposal to Zola, said, hey, we can make some serious money if you come with me this weekend down to Florida. The things that happen on this story, it's a wild ride. They're talking about kidnapping. I'm talking about being roped into different types of sex work and all types of things. It's really incredibly crazy how this story is told through Twitter. Zola is played by Taylor Page. I remember Taylor Page from last year's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She was the object of desire for Chadwick Boseman's character. I haven't really seen her in much else, but she does an incredible job bringing this character to life. You definitely believe this story because you're seeing it through her eyes. We also have Riley Coe, who's playing the character Stephanie. She's in a lot of indie movies. She's not a big name, but I think that she's going to be a big name after this because she did an incredible job. Derek is played by Nicholas Bryon. I didn't really watch this show, only episodes here and there, but I do know that he's in Succession, which has won all types of awards throughout the years. But he does pretty good playing the simple-minded boyfriend to Stephanie. Maybe my favorite character of the whole movie was Coleman Domingo's ex. The character was just so conniving and so manipulative, and the way that Coleman Domingo plays this character is spot on as well. He was also in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He was one of the band members with Chadwick just last year. That's the main area that I know him from too. But he was also in Fear the Walking Dead. If you watch any of those series, you'll see him there. Okay, back to the movie, specifically how it was made and all the things that I loved about it. Zola is more of an art piece than a full film to me. So I don't love it as a film, but I love it as a piece of art. The director, the writers, the actors, they're trying to do something that's pretty fantastical in terms of turning a story from Twitter to a full-fledged motion picture. I think that they did well, with the exercise and trying to make a conventional story, at least as good as they possibly could. I was excited mostly when I was watching the movie and proud of the fact of how this story centers Black women and put them in the forefront. I think that it tells a different type of story. It humanizes Black women in a way that I don't think you see in a lot of films. Oftentimes you see Black women portrayed as having to either be super vulnerable, or they have to be this perfect protagonist that's trying to lead a revolution or save the world or something like that. This movie puts you in the feet of an average woman who is looking to have a good time, make good money. She's not motivated by anything altruistic. It's just a day in the life of this woman as she's trying to make some money stripping with this woman she just randomly met, right? But even though she doesn't have this whole archetype of having to be this powerful Black woman, you still feel parts of that through her character. I think that was possible because Black women were centered in creating the story. Janicia Bravo directed this film. I apologize if I mispronounced her name. I haven't seen any of her other works. I hear she made this movie called Lemon that's really good, that I'm going to want to try to find after watching this film. I think that it's because of her stamp and her coming in, doctoring the script, making it sound like a black woman in the movie, as opposed to probably what it was before we were able to see the final product. She is the saving grace for this film, and you love what she does, the colors, the brightness of the movie. I know that they probably was operating on a shoestring budget with this, so you don't have a lot of hits or a big score, but they do some things with some beats that I found somewhat interesting. Now, the issue with the movie that brings it down a notch for me is that there really isn't enough there to tell a fully fledged story. The movie is less than 90 minutes long, but you still feel like it's a bit pedestrian at times. It seems like it's just kind of meandering along. And I think it's because the source material isn't really as fleshed out as you would like. So, and they wanted it to be as authentic to that source material as possible. So with trying to match that authenticity, a full story I don't think was realized. I guess you're probably wondering, where am I falling on my rating? What's the rating? See it, stream it, or skip it? I'm going to give Zola a stream it. The filmmakers are being praised, and rightfully so, for being able to have such courage to try to, and creativity to take a Twitter story and make a full film out of it, or at least attempt to make a full film out of it. I think they did as good as they could, and that's saying a lot because I think the movie is great at times. But ultimately, I couldn't give it a C yet, just because I just don't think there's enough meat there to the film to kind of make it worth going to the theaters to see. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy that loves movies. So, if you do plan to go see Zola for the culture in the theaters, you're not going to get any argument from me. In fact, I want to hear what you think about it. Please comment in the comment section below. We'll be back next week. Continue to like, share, and to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you at the theaters next week.